This is Irontrader. It is hump day, which means it is crude day. Now, the API report came out last night, and you had a draw on crude of about 1.5 million. They were expecting a little bit over 2 million. So we got to see how that EIA report today at 10:30 is going to shake out. But the key today is going to be just a couple things. Number one is going to be that OPEC meeting and what they say. Right now, they're looking at basically putting more crude on the old market here. So we got to see how that's all going to shake out. But the number one thing we want to watch today is the conflict that's going on between Iran and Israel and how that's going to affect crude oil prices. Now, remember, when crude oil is rising up here, there is a war premium built into that. So just remember that you ride the wave. But when, once this gets settled kind of situation, crude will come off real hard, okay? And seasonality is not in the favor. Okay, so as usual, we're going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock, not ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, you can see here yesterday we just had this huge green candle going on here. Okay, this was the war situation. So yesterday it got as low here at 66.33. So all you have to do is just look right to the left of the chart here. Just look above here. Look at that where it says C. That's the closing number. It's 66.31. So that's where it held it very, very nicely. Okay, so then we rallied up. You got above the 21-day and the 8-day, and then we kind of put like a topping tail situation. Now today we are making a higher high and a higher low, so that's very, very bullish here on the old crude. Okay, so what we're looking for here on the upside, obviously, is right here. This is what you're going to be looking for. This is the target. This is that 73.04 if it keeps right on running. Okay, so right now, if you look at the price channel, you're looking at 72.40, which is basically the top of that candle right there. Okay, so this is what's going to be next here is going to be this 50-day. That's at 73.04. Now, again, if we can get above all that there, then what we're going to do is we're going to start taking some of these candles going on up here, okay? So you got 74.41 level. Then what we have here is you got 75.07. And then we have 75.95 level. And then we're going to start coming into these simple moving averages, your 100-day at 76.29 and then 77.29, which is your 200 SMA here, okay? But the key is right now is you got to get and close above this 50 simple moving average here. Now remember, there is a war premium that's built into this here. So if this gets settled out, eventually if things calm down here and this here, will fall off quickly. Now, again, if Iran or any kind of that oil is disrupted, then crude could rip much, much higher. Okay, so always remember that. Now, OPEC looks like they want to put more crude barrel on the oil, so you always have that reserve that they'd have that they can always add oil to the situation. However, crude in the meantime could spike up very, very high. Okay, so let's look at the weekly chart here. So what you want to watch here is this 77 here on a closing basis here by Friday. That's that 8 simple moving average. Just because it's above here now, that doesn't mean that's where it's going to end. But if it does go up, then we just follow these candles here on up here. There's that 74.41 level, and then you can take it all the way up here to this 76 level, which is your 21-day. Then we have your 50-day at 77.04. We have your 100-day at 77.68. And then we have that 78.94 here. So that's all right in this area right here. So what I'm saying, that would be the targets, but the key is going to be getting above this 50-day. Now, RSI here looking very, very good. MACD here looking very, very good. Your green over your red, this is looking very, very positive. Now, this is trying to curl above here, and this here is also looking very, very nice. Now, the key to it is what's going on here. This isn't really a supply and demand issue. This is basically here the war premium that's in this crude oil. Now, again, if the supply gets hit, okay, and say a bomb goes in there and they disrupt what's going on in Iran, that's going to affect the overall market. But I think probably OPEC, Saudi Arabia, they can make up the difference. It's just not going to be instant. So just remember that. We're looking for today is right here is this 73.04. If that is lost here, then your big target is going to be right there. You're going to be your 100-day, and we're going to be up there at your 200-day. But I say I really don't like these kind of markets because these are just like news markets. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a supply and demand kind of an issue. It's more of a, is this going to be a disruption issue? That kind of a situation. So right now, what you got to do is the trade is long, okay, until it isn't. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. All right, let's take a look now here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily and your weekly chart. Now we can see here natural gas here is moving up here a little bit here today. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to look at that price channel. See that 2.948? That's what you're really trading against. Okay, so again, we have some sideways action here. See this? We got 4 days so far here of the sideways action. If we can break above that key 2.948, then what we'll do is we just come right to the top of this candle. You're looking at 3 flat. We're looking at 3.09. 3.13, and then your big retest up here at 3.159. Now we have to see what happens when we get to that area. Is it going to double top? Is it going to blow through? But we do have other targets if it does get above that, because we can see here, now we just always look to the left of the chart here, see what we have going on here. Okay, so right there, okay, you got 3.39. Okay, so if this target here is taken out, okay, at that 3.15 here level, okay, if this is taken out here, then this is going to be your next target here at 3.39 level here. Now, natural gas here is looking really good, but we got to really see here now. Thursday usually is a good mover, but obviously here energy is all moving in one big group, whether it be crude oil and natural gas here. And I should say, so again, you're coming into seasonality for natural gas, which is very, very good. Now, I'm long this, and I also traded daily. Okay, so here when we look on this weekly chart, there's that 3.15. Then again, we just bring this right on over here. Okay, there's that 3.39, like I just showed you, and then we can come all the way up here. You're looking at that 3.64, and then we have that big retest here of this 200-day. You're sitting at 3.85. That would be your big target if it keeps on rolling on up. Now, downside here, well, what we want to do is we want to watch the bottom of this candle. That's at 2.86. Then we want to watch yesterday's low, 2.82, and then look at this nice 8-day, 2.78. See how I say, well, it's always going to come towards that 8-day. But a lot of times here, if it goes sideways, the 8-day will catch up to it. Okay, so always remember that here, that you know, if farther it gets away, okay, from the 8-day, it wants to come back into it. But it doesn't mean that, you know, the price hasn't necessarily come down. It could just go sideways like it's been doing and have the 8-day come up here. Okay, so this is what's looking. So your key level here is going to be that 2.785 there on the downside, and your key level here is going to be on the upside is 2.948. You crack that, there you go, 309, 313, 315. That's your upside. Downside here, again, just watch that low, okay, 2.86. Watch yesterday's low, that's going to be key, 2.82. And then this 8-day is going to be very, very crucial. Now, again, there is that gap. Okay, so always pay attention. It's not going to be today, not going to be tomorrow, but eventually these gaps get filled. Okay, so right there, look at the bottom of the candle. That's 2.72. And then we look at that fill at 2.658. Gap fill, but that's only if this 8-day is going to be lost here. So right now we're looking very good. Now RSI here, we're over that 70 mark here, but that doesn't mean anything. This can go sideways action here. All that is measuring your relative strength. Okay, now there's no divergence or nothing. It's just basically strong. That's it. Okay, your green is over your red, looking very, very bullish here. Okay, so bottom line here, if you just click on a weekly chart, it's very easy to see that 3.15, and then we just hit these blue lines here are just price channels. See how easy that is? You just come right on top of that. Then you know exactly where your upside target is going to be. Eventually, you're looking at that 3.85. That's going to be your big ticket there on the upside. Okay, now remember, what you want to do here with natural gas here is you just want to basically trade that the same way with crude. Now, crude, you got to be very, very careful with it because you have that war premium situation going on here. Okay, so just always remember. Now, remember, this is October here, so don't get too stretched out here. Plus, we have election year going on here in the United States. It's going to October and November, I think, is going to be very, very volatile situation, especially with the oil wars in the Middle East and everything that's going to happen. So just be very, very attentive. Okay, so today, two things that you really want to watch is that EIA report there at 10:30 for crude oil and that OPEC meeting. That's going to be very, very crucial to see exactly what they do. If they are ready, if there is a disruption, will they put more oil on the market? Are they going to start cutting? What the situation is going to be very, very crucial. Okay, that's what I got for you. And I'll be back here at midday trading. We'll take a look at crude oil, natural gas, and we always throw something else in your mix. Thanks for watching.